Hey guys, so today we're kind of gonna do something, I don't know, I guess a change of pace. It's still gonna be a DIY, but the car's super nice, but one of the big things that is kind of, I don't know, on the more economy scale is the fact that OEM, it doesn't come with rear vents, functioning rear vents. Generally, that's more of a quote-unquote luxury car thing, but they actually did get it in some of the rest of world cars. What we're gonna do, and I've already made sure that it would actually work. We weren't really 100% sure it would work. So I've already kind of installed it. We're gonna go through the DIY install, and I'll show you guys how to add the functioning rear ducting with only, I guess there is cutting, but it's minor and minimal best. So we're gonna show you guys how to do that. Gonna do a full install. And I'm actually gonna do shifter base bushings as well, just while we're in there. So yeah, let's get to it. So we're gonna go through it. I'm doing it off of memory, so sorry if it's kind of a little bit jumbled. That's just how my brain works. Oh, we're basically going to take apart the whole center console. The whole thing basically has to come out. Maybe you could do it with less, but it's just easier. So step one is take out all your junk. Step two, there's like a little mat down here. Let's see if I can grab that. Okay. All right. So little mat comes out. There is two 10mm bolts that you have to remove inside here. There is going to be a good amount of clips and bolts and stuff, so try to keep them organized. Okay, now that that's done, let's see what the easiest thing. We're probably gonna remove this piece right here. The way I did this, you can kind of pull up with your fingers. I might try a trim removal tool and see, but basically it just pulls up. Okay. All right, and when you do that, that will reveal a couple Phillips heads, one here, and then two pretty small ones. I think they have to come out, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, two small guys here, one large one here. Okay, I'm just kind of, again, just doing this with all the stuff that needs to be done, so maybe not in the best order, but this piece can come up, just pry from underneath, pops right up, easy. And that reveals another two Phillips heads. You can't get to this one, so it's just this one that has to go. All right, and then if I remember right, it is the shifter that now has to come out. I didn't do this the most elegant way, so there's obviously a lot of shifter boot videos online, but basically, you can kind of just put your hands in here and pull up. Yours might be a little harder. I did actually break a clip the first time, which is why you can see this side is kind of up already. So just, yeah, use your best judgment. If it feels like it's breaking, then yeah, don't do it. So. Okay. And then shift knob. It's a really weird one. I've actually never seen shift knobs like this. You literally just yeet it straight up, just pull, and it'll go. I had to fucking reef on it last time, so we'll see if it comes out easier. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it clips in. You know, there is like a retaining clip right there. So, yeah, you just kind of yeet it, and I don't know, it works, like. But, anyways, put that somewhere safe, I guess. And then just straight up with the boot. There is going to be a connector here. Just remove that. Right, good time to say it. This is obviously a good time to do the boot if you wanted to. I know there's an Alcantara version. Yeah, it looks like you'd probably just depress these clips and then change it. That'd be pretty easy. No. Wait. All right, yeah, the intake thing. So, I don't drive this car in the winter, basically, so the down season is when I can mess around and just do things that I've been wanting to do. Anyways, one of the things I wanted to do was to find a solution that utilized a stock airbox. A, it just fits better, but B, right now, literally everything in this engine bay looks OEM. Like you can't see the downpipe. I mean, yeah, sure it's there, but like it is an OEM engine bay. I don't know, it doesn't really, there's no performance gain in changing the box itself. My thing is the inlet. That is a performance gain. So I wanted to get the inlet, but then use the OE box and potentially the OE snorkel. The 6-element inlet it doesn't fit the snorkel, which that's normal. That they state that's fine. So we tried 2 different ones. We tried the AFE one, which there's one website, I think it was Gen Racer, that was really badly labeled because it did say that it's for the stock intake. Anyways, the AFE inlet didn't work, and we also got an RPM performance one. And I asked the guy, like, hey, it's a European, I think it's in the UK. So like, hey, will this fit in Elantra N? It's similar to the i30N, but it's not the same because they have the generation behind right now still. They have the facelifted version, but they don't have this yet. Anyways, the guy said yes, got it here. It's not. I'm kind of sick of people like just assuming that like the Kona, Veloster, and the Elantra are the same. They're not. There's nuances. There is some similarities, but. So yeah, 6 Element is coming out with their intake light. And basically it is the inlet, which is where you get all your performance from, and then a different snorkel. It reuses the OE airbox, and then it's just a high performance filter. So I'm gonna do that. It's kind of just a middle ground right now. But yeah, that's the whole intake thing. That's not a big conspiracy. It didn't fucking explode or something like that. Just changing stuff in the off season. So let's go back. While we're cranking away here, I will say there has been other people that have taken it off too, so it was kind of like the perfect storm, and everybody's like, well, is something going on? Like, why is like all these people taking it off at the same time, you know? So it's purely just random, like it's just luck, but. Anyways, 2 Phillips heads right here. Cool, and then I think the next thing is there's a Phillips head, it's a plastic retainer, but it is a Phillips head on this side, and then similar thing on the other side. That'll take off this side panel here. So let's do that. I think this top part comes off. Yeah. So yeah, just give some upward force. This part is what's coming off right now. So just upward force, work it around. Don't yeet on it too hard. It'll go. Okay, so now this the center console portion will come out. There is an additional connector down there, so make sure you grab that. Kind of just gonna go up, and then there's a connector. Just push in, and then out. Now that you have this release, now you can actually see there's another Phillips head here. Let's do that, and then the sides can come out. And it literally just like separates. So, one side. This wouldn't be an issue, but we actually have the duct installed, so it kind of goes around it. I mean, this wants to come out, so I guess let's just do this. So let's switch this, switch gears. You guys will probably be able to take this off, but again, we actually have the ducting in right now, hence why we can't do it. So at this point, this guy is actually 100% loose. So literally just pull up and out. And that is your center console, and we'll do all the stuff that we need on the bench. So obviously we've already taken ours off, but let's just do the whole thing from the get-go. Just there's no confusion. So I'm gonna remove all the hardware that we've taken out, so we can see what we're doing. So basically you're depressing these clips. There's 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and I believe there's 2 below as well. If you have it already off, it's kind of easier to work around. You can do it in the car too, but okay. Okay. So there's 2 parts to this. I guess we probably should have said that at the start. There's 2 parts that you need. We will put the part numbers. There's going to be a link below. I got these from a gentleman in Korea. He said if we can make this work, which we do. Now there's another source of it, that he will sell these to people. So we'll name drop him as well. I think the ducting parts was like $250 or something like that, maybe like $300 shipped. I'm not really 100% sure. But yeah, so you need this one. And in comparison, obviously, this is the one that you'll be removing, right? Comes off the exact same, it's no different. The difference is obviously with that and the fact that there is ducting below. Anyways, so reinstallation is the same, just reverse. So line everything up and click it in. Cool. Easy. One thing to point out though, I'm kind of, I don't know, again, these are OE parts, this is how it is, but if you do see, there is kind of like a gap. And now, again, like this is the M Performance like Alcantara one, but see how there's like there's more of a gap on this one than there is on the OE one. I looked up some pictures of the one guy that did it, and his was exactly like that. So a little bit more of a gap, small price to pay, but that's something to point out. So, okay, so now that your console switch is done, throw this in the trash or do whatever you want with it, and let's go back to the car. He looks terrified. He's playing the old, like, if I don't move, they can't see us, but he doesn't realize he's orange. And so this is the second piece that you'll need. There is something to note here. I would imagine that this piece, I think it was from like an Elantra like N line or something like that. Like I actually don't think that this actually came on a manual car. One caveat here. So you will not have to touch anything if you have a DCT car. This will pop right in, it'll be fine. For the manual car, I actually did have to do a little bit of clearancing. If you flip it over on this side, you'll see that this piece kind of looks like it was pushed in. That's because I pushed it in. So you kind of have to like put, like this was like flat and flush. It's plastic. If you heat it up, you can literally just do it, push it in by hand if you want to. Or again, it's plastic, it's pretty malleable. So you can just get like a wrench or something like that and kind of compress here. But there needs to be a little bit of extra clearance to clear the shifter plate, which is different for the DCT cars than the manual cars. So anyways, it works just fine, but with the manual cars, it's a little tighter of a fit because this was never meant to go on a manual car, apparently. The only cutting in this whole job, really the only difficult thing that I haven't done yet, is it's gonna be impossible for you to see, Patrick, but this duct is here by default. However, it is closed up. That is why you can't actually, right, like feel any air through it or anything like that. It's closed up. I don't know if there's an easy way to remove everything and then do it out of the car. So I will probably try to hole saw it while it's in here. I'm going to do one large hole with a hole saw. This is not optimal, but yeah, anyways, we're using a hole saw, but we're actually going to try to use it with an impact. I don't know. We just don't have the right bits right now, so. So I am actually just going to cut this divider to give me a little more wiggle room. Do it. All right, not the most elegant thing in the world, but yeah, we were able to extract it, so now there's a hole in the duct. I don't know, feel it out. There's definitely better ways to do it, but yeah, that's a hole. It was clearly designed for it, but yeah, just pretty crazy from an engineering standpoint, like how much does this really save by not including this? Like, look at that, like. So, and then, yeah, I guess it goes right in. The only, contingency here is that there's two kind of grommets back here. Not really grommets, but plastic posts. They just goes down like that. And check everything, make sure there's not, anything you clearanced out this okay, and yeah, you're good. So now it's reassembly. All right, yeah, make sure that everything looks tight and flush and all that stuff. You'll probably want to clean afterwards, but yeah, so the install's done. We will show you guys now, we'll turn it on, we'll show you that it does actually work. And then we're gonna try to go through the modes and figure out which one actually does activate the back. So we'll do that in a second. Okay, you wanna feel? Yep. It's working. There's air. So, I know it's really, really loud. So, I believe it is the like foot lower one that yeah, is the right blend door to get the rear vents to turn on. At least that's what it seems.
So there we go. That is the rear vent install. Overall, it's not necessarily like hard work. There's a lot of pop clips and a lot of various fasteners, but I mean, really it doesn't take that long. The hardest part is cutting it. But once you do that, you're left with some good looking rear vents that are actually functional. We'll put all the information below on where to get this stuff. And if you guys have any questions, just let us know in the comments. And yeah, look forward to more Elantra N content. All right, see you guys.